That's a miracle. Everything in existence is made of consciousness, by consciousness. All there is consciousness. How miraculous is that? You know, the computer you're looking at, the desk it's sitting on, you know, it's all made of consciousness. It's alive with presence, which is consciousness.
What made you so dispassionate?
So there's a beautiful saying, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So what determines readiness? You know, what makes a person, when they hear a teacher who says that they've found the truth, trust them more than anybody else they've ever met? What is it about their words that strikes such a chord that one gives their total trust over to them? Well, it can't be just charisma alone. There has to be something deep inside of the student that is recognizing itself in the teacher. And what brings a person to that point where all they need is just to hear a few words, or even a look, a glance, and something inside of them knows, hey, the search is over now. This is all you need to understand. Trust it fully and go with it. Well, certainly, you know, it depends on how much life experience you've had, and sometimes it doesn't. Perhaps there's such a thing as past life experience. You know, maybe you've been at this show a long time. You know, maybe you've been seeking the truth over many lives. In my particular instance, I was 20 years old when I came across. Actually, I was about 18 or 19. And for some reason, when I heard the truth for the first time, spoken cleanly, it just made perfect sense. Suddenly, I didn't need to go looking for anything else anymore. I had enough now to just trust fully and go with it. And my particular story, you know, if you ever read about it, you'll think, well, this is kind of silly. Why was that enough to drive you to the point where you were ready to just let go of everything? Well, who's to say? I can't really give you any good explanations without getting pretty metaphysical. Other than to say, there had to have been enough seeking that had happened that I was at the point where I was ready to hear the words, stop and look.
Why were you lucky to trust your teacher fully, while our trust is nominal and verbal?
So you can see by this question that the questioner is attached to being a victim, maintaining a victim identity, and is content to just keep pedestalizing the teacher. Because as long as you can keep pedestalizing the teacher, it allows you to maintain your story. So there's an attachment to the story of not being able to trust enough. And that's made easier by having a high opinion of the teacher, saying, oh, they're able to trust life so much. You know, that's why Maharaj says, Your high opinion of me is your opinion only, and anytime you can change it. So he's pointing out that they're not a victim, ultimately, and at any time you can let go and trust fully. So what determines your readiness to let go and trust fully? Well, it would be that you've been not doing that for a very long time, and it hasn't been working. So only when you get to that point where not trusting life hasn't been working for you, are you ready to hear the truth only once, and that be enough?
Still, you are different. Your mind seems to be always quiet and happy, and miracles happen round you.
So Maharaj says, I know nothing about miracles, unless we agree that everything is a miracle. And he points out that everything is consciousness. That's a miracle. Everything in existence is made of consciousness, by consciousness. All there is consciousness. How miraculous is that? You know, the computer you're looking at, the desk it's sitting on, you know, it's all made of consciousness. It's alive with presence, which is consciousness. And he says, look closely. It's there in everyone, in everything. Look close and you'll see what I see.
What do you see?
I used to hold satsang meetings, also known as truth meetings, gatherings of truth, at my little place in Vancouver several years ago. And I remember someone asking me, you know, Kyle, what do you see when you look at me? What do you see? And I just said, I see what you see. I just don't see anything extra. That's the only difference. I'm not superimposing a life on top of life. It's just seeing life for what it is. And of course, life for what it is pretty magnificent when you're not putting something over top of it. It's pretty amazing. So this eventually led me to write something called The Method. And I had a couple of stages in there that speak to what Maharaj is talking about, where I say, prove what's real, and then what's real comes first. And then after that I say, confront the dream. So when you're putting what's real first, which is you're focusing all of your attention on the I am of your reality, and then you move through your daily life, you'll start to see where all of the fictitious aspects of the identity are hiding out through all of the social situations that you've created around yourself, just by sticking with the truth, placing the truth first, sticking with the I am. It'll start to become very obvious how you've surrounded yourself with all of these distractions to maintain this fictitious character. Maharaj says, all you need to do is get rid of the tendency to define yourself. So that happens naturally when you're placing that I am first in all situations, in each and every moment. All definitions that you have about you and the world fall away just by placing the I first in every moment, making that the center of your attention. What's most important. All definitions fall away. Because all definitions are connected to the body. You come into this world, consciousness naturally over-identifies with the body. Those are where the first definitions arise. And then that body moves through life. More definitions. Definitions placed on the world because of that body and who's interacting with that body. So just by sticking with the I am of experience, all definitions fall away, and the truth reveals itself naturally.